Hello, and very great good morning to you all. This is Anviti here, your social studies teacher, and today we are going to discuss Block 7. As we had completed it, now we will discuss practice question, additional question, along with the workbook answers. Now, get ready with your content book, your notebook, worksheet, and the stationery with whom you will correct your answers. You need not to correct all your answers. First of all, you match the answers. If the answers are matching with my answers, then it is not needed to change it. But complete your work on time. And one more thing, after block 7, you will take your volume 2. On Saturday, block assessment will be there. Then from Monday onwards, I will start your volume 2. So get ready, collect all these things, notebooks, and we will start volume 2 from Monday onwards. Got it? Now, take out your worksheet. Here comes the worksheet, European traders. First question you can do easily. The series is false, true, false, true. Now, the second, why did the Portuguese lose their power in India? Many factors were there that led to the decline of Portuguese power, such as weak leadership, conflicts between the Portuguese and the Indian merchants, and Portugal's only ally, the Vijayanagar Empire's downfall, arrival of the Dutch, and English in India. And lastly, Portugal came under Spanish control in 1580. So these were the factors. Now come to the question number third, how the British became one of the two major trading powers in India. So as you have read, the British defeated the Spanish Armada and became the greatest naval power in Europe. They set up settlements and factories across India, and slowly, eventually, they started establishing themselves here in India. Okay, come to question number, sorry, worksheet 2 S2. Now, Carnatic Wars. So, first question, obviously, you can do by your own. The correct answer is British would get the city of Madras. Yes. Now, question number second, give one reason for conflict between the British and French during First, Second, and Third Carnatic Wars. First Carnatic War happened due to the rivalry between British and the French for trading rights in India. Second, rivalry for power between the Nizam of Hyderabad and the Nawab of Carnatic. This led to the Second Carnatic War. And Third Carnatic War was a result of existing wars in Europe and began when Count de Lally captured Fort St. David. And the British in turn captured Hyderabad. Got it? Now the question third. Why Carnatic War gave the British a deceived success in Carnatic region? Give a reason for your answer. The Third Carnatic War in 1765 gave the British a deceived success in the Carnatic region. Even though they gave back some territories to the French, the British ensured that the French were not allowed to fortify the areas under them. This was the condition when French got defeated. Now come to the S3, Anglo-Mysore Wars. Identify the following. So first one is Hyder Ali, second is Marathas, third is Tipu Sultan, and fourth is ruler of Travancore. Got it? Now moving further, who were the powerful rulers of Mysore? Why did the British fear them? As you know that Hyder Ali established the Mysore kingdom and Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan were the powerful rulers of Mysore. The British feared them as they were strong rulers who were skilled in the art of warfare and were good administrators. They did not allow the British to strengthen their position in Mysore easily. Got it? Now come to the third question. What type of agreements did the British get into with the rulers of Mysore? So you know the answer, I can guess very easily, but these are the sample answer. It is not very much necessary that it is matching with your answer totally. Okay, so whatever you had written need not to erase it, but check your answers there whether it is matching with the sample answers or not. The British signed the Treaty of Madras with Hyder Ali, but by this treaty, both agreed to help each other against their common enemy, the Marathas. The Treaty of Srirangapattam was signed between Cornwallis and Tipu Sultan in 1792. By this treaty, Tipu Sultan gave a huge sum of money to the British and allowed his two sons to be taken as hostage in order to bring an end to the Third Mysore War. I hope you understood it. Now come to the practice questions. Hmm. So here are the practice questions. I hope you will do the true false. It is not needed to discuss. Second question, why did the Dutch lose their trading powers in India? So as you know, the Dutch had various trading centers in India. The British would send their merchants, but the Dutch did not like the increasing power of the British and the fact that they were moving into their trading centers. As a result, the Dutch killed English merchants in an event called Amboina Massacre in 1623. Eventually, the English grew more powerful in India and the Dutch couldn't match them, so they left India. Now come to the question number third. The Dutch East India Company arrived in India in 1602. These were the advantages and established trading centers at Chinsura, Nagapattinam, Surat, Machilipattam, and Pulikat. However, they could not match the power of British. Got it? Now, question number four. So you can do by your own. C is the correct answer. Now, question number five. What was the conflict between British and French during the Second Carnatic War? So you have read it. I hope you have seen the video also. So the sample answer might be the struggle for power among the respective descendants to become the Nizam of Hyderabad and Nawab of Carnatic led to the Second Carnatic War. The French chooses sides. They helped Muzaffar Jung and Chanda Sahib. In turn, their rivals Nasir Jung and Anwaruddin asked the English for help. Got it? Now, who do you think were the two major European trading powers in India? So, you know that French and English were the two major European trading powers, but justify your answer with reasons. So, you have read the block and you might know the Portuguese did not stay in India for a long period of time. The British defeated the Spanish Armada and became the greatest naval power in Europe. They set up settlements and factories across India. They also had the support of the British monarchy. The Dutch also departed India fairly soon. The French remained and give the British competition. They established themselves in Pondicherry and set up various trading posts. Now here is the fill in the blanks. You can do by your own. And now come to question number 8. How did Tipu Sultan try to reduce the trading power of the British? So your sample answer might be that Tipu Sultan stopped the export of sandalwood and spices through the ports of his kingdom and prevented local merchants from trading with the company officials. Got it? Now come to the question number 9. How did the British turn into the strongest power in South India? Tipu Sultan wanted to take back the territories that he lost in the Third Anglo Mysore War. He asked for help and tried to get the support of the countries such as Kabul, Constantinople, Arabia, and France against the British. In the war that followed, Tipu was defeated and killed while defending his capital. Mysore was placed under the former ruling dynasty of Wodeyars and subsidiary alliance was imposed on the state. This war made the British the strongest power in South India. Now come to question number 10. What were the reasons for the success of British as traders among all the other European nations in India? So you can listen the answers carefully so that you can match it. The British had more money and resources to spend because of their success in trade. Unlike the French, they had support from their government and greater naval power than any other trading nation that came to India. So they could both defend and conquer strategic port cities. The British officers were well coordinated and worked together. The French also made some mistakes that allowed the British to gain power. Now come to the additional question. List two reasons that helped Portugal to establish trade in India. First thing, the Portuguese were the first to discover a sea route from Europe to India. Second is, Portugal became a very strong naval power, so they were able to establish a factory and capture various port cities. Question number second, why did the Danish traders leave India? The Danish traders came to India in 1626. After their initial attempt to trade in India, they established a trading centers in Tranquebar and Serampore. However, they did not stay long and sold their trading centers to the British. Now, question number third. How did the Treaty of Allahabad make peace between British and the French? So here you can amend it that how did the Treaty of Pondicherry make peace between the British and the French? There is a little change. The Second Carnatic War ended with the signing of the Treaty of Pondicherry. As per the treaty, France and Britain decide not to intervene in India's affairs and that they would return each other their territories. Got it? Now come to the question number 4. What was the main cause of the Carnatic Wars? So your answer might be in 1700s both the British and French East India companies wanted to trade with India. Each country wanted to be the only power in India. So each tried to overthrow the other one. From 1740 to 1763, three wars were fought because of this dispute. And these wars are known as Carnatic Wars. Now, question number 5. How was the condition of treaty signed between the French and the British after the Third Carnatic War? So the war ended in 1763 with the Treaty of Paris. The British gave a number of captured territories back to the French: Pondicherry, Karaikal, Chandir Nagar, and Mahe, on the condition that they would not fortify these places. With the end of this war, the British became more powerful in India. Now, question number 6: why were the British able to focus more attention on India than the French? So, the British officers were very well coordinated and worked together. Britain could focus all its attention and resources on the conflict in India, but the French could not, as they were fighting wars in Europe. Got it? I hope you have heard all the question answers very carefully. Please complete your work on time and don't forget to collect volume 2 for the next block. Got it? Thank you and have a nice day.